let's get ready to go to the final holiday dinner of the season. So I thought we'd do a little chat through / story time. So I've had a lot of people who've asked me to share a little bit more about my PCOS journey and my fertility journey. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about that right now. Also, my skin is going through some kind of crisis right now. I don't know what's going on, but it is not happy with me. So for starters, in high school, I noticed that my cycles were irregular. And when I was 16, I went to the doctor to talk about it. And they basically just said, why don't you go on birth control? So that's what I did. I went on birth control when I was 16, and then I stayed on it until I was about 22 or 23. So once I came off, I waited about 4 or 5 months and I just never got a cycle. So I went to the doctor and they prescribed me some medication to kind of induce my period. And then basically said, have you ever heard of PCOS? At the time, I had no idea what PCOS was. I never heard of it. So they were like, okay, well, we're just gonna run a couple more tests and we're gonna see, but it sounds kind of like that's what you have. So after the testing, they were like, yep, sounds like you have it. Go see a gynecologist. So I went to go see a gynecologist, and at this point, I'd been trying to have a baby for probably like 8 months. And at that point, they did not want to put me on any kind of fertility medication. They wanted me to basically try for a full year, even though we knew I wasn't ovulating. We knew I had PCOS before any kind of intervention. Meanwhile, I'm still not getting a cycle. I am going to the doctor basically every 90 days that I'm not getting, don't mind that. Basically every 90 days that I'm not getting a cycle, I'm taking medication to induce it. And at that point I got really frustrated and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go see a reproductive endocrinologist on my own. Which at the time I had TRICARE, and if you know anything about TRICARE, you know how difficult it is to get referrals and to be able to go see specialists like reproductive endocrinologists on your own. Long story short, my husband ended up getting a referral to go see an RE through his GP, which, if this goes to show you in any way how often women are brushed off when they're young and trying to conceive, this is it. So we went to go see her and she was amazing. She was like, yep, you definitely have PCOS. You've been trying for a while on your own. Like, obviously you're not ovulating. Here is Clomid. Try it out for 3 months and then we'll talk again. Within 3 months of taking Clomid, I was expecting our first baby, and that pregnancy was totally boring. There was nothing wrong with it. I made it all the way through to almost 42 weeks before I was induced with our first baby. Side note, quick shout out to my friend Mel, who said to blend the Charlotte Tilbury, where did it go? Charlotte Tilbury contour wand with a brush instead of a sponge because it worked way better.
So I don't know if you want to wear your...
So then when my first was about 1 year and 2 months old, we ended up getting pregnant again on our own. And unfortunately and sadly, I had a miscarriage when I was about 6 weeks. It was truthfully really devastating, and this is gonna need a part 2.